Welcome to the 29th race of the NASCAR Cup Series schedule, and this weekend we're right here in upstate New York at the Glen. That's right, we're going bowling this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, as it's the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs continues. Now this weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series and the NASCAR Xfinity Series will be running at the Glen. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be back next weekend for their second race of their playoffs at Bristol. The NASCAR Xfinity Series will run the Mission 200 Saturday afternoon. It's 82 laps, it's 200 miles. In 2023, Sam Mayer won this race, and he would love to get another win to improve his playoff standings in the Xfinity Series. Now, Justin Allgaier continues to lead the regular season points championship and the playoffs leaderboard. Now, Cole Custer in the regular season championship is only 34 points outside of Justin Allgaier. But Austin Hill, with his win last week at Atlanta, sweeping Atlanta for the Weir, is now in second place in the playoffs. Parker Klingerman and Sammy Smith are 44 points to the good in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Ryan Sieg is now out of the playoffs by 44 points as well. Now, Brandon Jones, Fast Pasta, and anyone else below this cut line here will need a win to get in. They only have a couple races to go, but we'll see what happens. Now, these drivers have this weekend's race and Bristol to see if they can get into the playoffs before the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs begin. On Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series boys will run at the Go Bowling at the Glen. That's 90 laps, 200 miles. Last year's winner, Willie B, will try to go back-to-back. Now, he is in fifth place in the playoffs. Meanwhile, with a win last week, Joey Logano is now the new points leader in the playoffs. Last week's race was very bad for some drivers, including Chase Briscoe, Martin Truex Jr., Harrison Burton, and also Brad Keselowski are the last four out right now in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Now, above the cut line, there is Kyle Larson. Weird to see him there after dominating the points all year. Denny Hamlin as well. What has happened to these two guys? Crazy, crazy stuff. And despite Ty Gibbs finishing 17th last week, he is still in the bottom three above the cut line. Okay, so when I come back, we will give you my favorite paint schemes of the week, a quick recap of Atlanta, and my picks for the week. So here's the NASCAR Xfinity Series paint schemes and the NASCAR Cup Series paint schemes. And let's go. Okay, I hope you enjoy those paint schemes. Now, for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, I like that Fast Pasta number 5, Ferguson Chevy. Love it. And that number 7, Justin Allgaier, Brandt Chevrolet. I love that one as well. Jay Bradford, the 07. I love that Frog Alley Brewing Chevy. Plus, I love the American flag on the side of that car. Speaking of American flags, that number 11, Josh Williams, always patriotic. Let's go USA. And the 88 Connor Zillage Carolina Car Parts Chevrolet. Now for the NASCAR Cup Series, I love the number 4 Josh Berry Bed Bath & Beyond Ford. Oh my God, it's a different sponsor. I can't believe it. And that number 6, as I pick every week, the Bad Brad Keselowski Soft Pretzels Hawaiian Rolls. I love the Hawaiian Rolls pretzel bites. Love those too. And the number 10, Noah Gragson, Bed Bath & Beyond. Finally, we have new sponsors on the 4 and the 10. I'm excited about it. Now that number 11, Denny Hamlin, he's back in that FedEx Toyota. He means business. He's mad. And y'all better watch out. But probably not on a road course. And that number 13, AJ Allmendinger, Let's Go Bowling, or Go Bowling. That one's pretty nice as well. The race sponsor. I see a dark horse coming. At number 15, Kaz Gralla. I like that meat and bone. I still love that meat and bone and those yellow tires. The number 20, Christopher Bell, DeWalt Outdoors Toyota. I like how that looks. That's pretty sweet looking. And then the number 51, yes, it's this weekend, y'all. The Juan Pablo Montoya and that Mobile One. Yes, you know I love the Mobile One paint schemes. Somebody tell the jet dryers to be ready for Juan Pablo Montoya this weekend. Now, on Ty Gibbs, the CW Sports Toyota next week, the Xfinity race will be broadcast on the CW at Bristol. If you know, you know. Okay, so here are my here's the recap of Atlanta. And now I've been on vacation, so I didn't really get to watch Atlanta last week at all, pretty much, but I kind of checked out the standings, so we'll kind of talk about that right here. But make sure you guys are checking out the vacation videos that we've been posting and the live streams we've been doing. Make sure you check those out. The guys that have commented and everything, we do appreciate you there. So now last week I picked Jesse Love. He was on the poll. I was like, all right, here we go, Jesse Love. I see you're going to dominate again. And it wasn't the case. Justin Allgaier won stage 1. AJ Allmendinger won stage 2. Now at the end, Austin Hill sweeps Atlanta for the year. He won earlier in the year, and he wins here last week after a big crash to end the win it all. Now on Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series boys ran, and the Front Motorsports, Michael McDowell was on the pole. I predicted that in last week's video. But the Penske drivers, the Penske Racing, decided this was the race they were going to dominate. A whole race. Ryan Blaney takes stage 1. Austin Cindric, he takes stage 2. And after the green-white checker, Joey Logano picks up the first very win of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 and finds himself in first place. So Joey Logano wins in Atlanta. What a race it was, I heard, but I didn't get to watch it. Hopefully, we'll get some time to watch it this week at the Glen. All right, here's my picks for the weekend. Get your pad and paper down. We'll see how this works. NASCAR Xfinity Series. There's so many drivers in this field. My gosh, there's so many drivers. And the Cup drivers, Joey Logano, William Byron, Ty Gibbs, Eric Almirola. And in that 20 car. You know how I love the 20 car with former Cup drivers or regular Cup drivers in it. Now, Connor Zillage in the ARCA car. So he was strong, really fast in ARCA. He is in that 88 Junior Motorsports car. Plus all the rest of the talent in the Xfinity Series. Yes, SVG as well. This is going to be a hard one to pick. Do I go the easy way out and pick SVG? He didn't finish very well last year at the Glen, but I think he does it this year. He's third in points in the Cup, in the playoff standings. SVG for the win. Yes, I know it's the cheap way out, but whatever. Now, my dark horse. I love the 20 car. You know I love the 20 car. I'm taking Eric Almirola for the dark horse pick. The odds are just too good for that 20 car. Now for the NASCAR Cup Series, all the regulars and one Juan Pablo Montoya plus SVG will be running this weekend. And SVG, now he's running the Xfinity race as well, so he's going to have a lot of practice. It's a lot more time than some of these Cup drivers. Now, I'm not picking Denny Hamlin this week. We all know he's horrible at road course races. But I'm truly worried after last week's bad run in Atlanta and probably this week's bad run at Watkins Glen. And if something happens with the bottom 4 drivers, one of those guys wins, Denny's in trouble. He's going to definitely have to win Bristol not to get kicked out of the playoffs. All right, and my dark horse. Here's my dark horse, AJ Allmendinger. Yes, he has the sponsor of the car on his car. So, I like the good reason to pick him. You got the sponsor of the race on the car. Sometimes that gives you an extra boost. Okay, so there you have it. You know when the races are. You know what the paint schemes are, everybody are. And you know who I like to pick. But unfortunately, we're not streaming this weekend. Yes, another weekend of no streaming. But we'll be back next week for Bristol. I promise you that. So we're still here on a cruise and having a good time. And again, thank you guys so much for watching our videos that we put out while we're on a cruise. But we'll be back next week at Bristol. So you guys have fun watching these races this weekend. I'll try to catch them as well. And let's have some fun. Y'all have some fun. And let's go.